forgot what it was because it's not up there anymore, but I remembered. All right.
Come back and leave us a note.
Welcome to this fabulous Friday. I tell you what, I could get used to these cool mornings and hot afternoons. I like it.
No kidding.
Actually, I'm brisk in the morning time, but then by the afternoon, it's a little toasty. But I like it though. It's not bad. In any case, those of you that were here on Wednesday, we started the I forgot.
It's the
Alice. The Alice bag from our classic handbag pattern pack that we sell. Denny is doing new tooling patterns for all of them, which will be released as we go through the series here over the next few weeks. So we started with the Alice this week, and it's this beautiful little tooling, this little flap. He's so pretty. Tony's gonna hit 4 real soon.
I am?
Yeah. Oh, that's real far away. Hold, please. Yoo-wee. Oh, we're gonna have to move backwards a little bit. So for those of you that missed it, this is what I mean Denny did on Wednesday. I really always take credit for your stuff.
Well, that's okay. You're my spotter. You're the only reason it comes out.
All right, set it down where you're going to be working it, because I pushed the camera forward.
Okay. Push it back.
You can't really
I see
go.
that.
You got a sewing machine in here now.
Oh, that is true. Whee! We'll figure it out. It's on the longest thread you guys have ever seen this camera. Ah!
Now it's not plugged in.
Now it's unplugged. Up you go. All right, so we did the tooling pattern. It should be, I don't know if you put it on this video, but it is on the video from Wednesday. It is a free downloadable pattern, so you can get it there. And then today we are using, Denny, what leather are we using today?
This is a 5 to 6. Oh,
This is the sunflower?
Pardon me?
Is it the sunflower Oxford?
Yeah, yes, I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think that's what Justin told me the other day. So we're using the Sunflower Oxford as our base leather, and isn't that just going to be beautiful? It's very exciting. All right, are we good? Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Wow,
Thanks.
look at that cool little pattern. A bunch of hexagons.
Love it.
And on the pattern, we laced everything. We laced this all together, but I'm going to try and stitch it together this time.
Yeah, so this was the original. Everything was put together with lace except for 4 rivets that held on the flap,
Yes.
or the strap, and then 1 clasp.
And the foldovers on the
Oh, yeah, and you
pockets.
stitched that.
Yes.
So we are going to sew the whole thing. Construction can happen either way. So if you want to lace it, you can lace it all together. If you feel like sewing it, you can sew it together. You could probably buck stitch it together and then finish the edge.
Sure.
You did buck stitch this
Yes.
part on back here. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get to cracking there, Denny.
Okay. Let's try and go by the book.
Okay.
Let's
I
see.
saw that you had it
Open at one time.
right there.
Yes.
All right. We cut everything out. We have all of our pattern parts.
Step number 1, cut the pattern out.
Cut it all out. So Denny has his paper patterns that he cut out that matches to everything. This is a great way to do it. You just use Herman Oak paper,
Yeah, I just use heavy.
which we really don't
Brown
get
wrapping
anymore
paper.
because we get some, but we don't buy we buy very little leather from Herman Oak rolled anymore. And so we don't have nearly as much paper as we used
Really?
to have.
I didn't know that.
Well, because we get it all on pallets now.
I need to start hoarding paper then, don't I?
Well, we get it in the bridle, and then, so we still buy the bridle by weights, and it comes rolled. We buy the collar and the weights, and it comes rolled, and then, like, the saddle skirting. But, strap leather was
Yeah.
80% of our Herman Oak, so. Did Denny tape the back before tooling?
Yes, Denny
Absolutely.
did.
You can
but
feel it.
He untaped it.
He did.
I left the tape on until after I got it antiqued and the finish on it, just to keep the back clean.
I guess you labeled them, but I don't know if we actually need them. Are these different?
Yeah, they're the same, I believe.
Okay. So they're not different.
Yeah.
All right, we got it all cut out. We got everything tooled. So you will see that we did not tool that floral pattern because we tooled this new floral pattern.
And Tony also wanted me to make one extra pattern for these that he could.
The members and subscribers.
Oh, okay.
So they pay a little bit to be a member and not have any of the commercials and get to see exclusive stuff or get exclusive stuff. So they're gonna get another free pattern.
Nice. Very cool. Denny,
I haven't done it yet.
I don't see a zipper. Did you bring a zipper?
Yes, I certainly did.
Oh, he's already in.
I put the zipper on just to save a little bit of time.
All right, guys, we got a zipper installed.
And it was pretty straightforward. Glue the zipper to the back and stitch it.
That's right.
Or I used basting tape, but
So this is the inside of the back panel.
that's the inside of the back panel. Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
All right, so we already got our zipper in here. That was step number 4. And so now we're going to take this panel. All right. This panel, I assume you're going to skive that down.
Yes.
And we will roll that edge.
Which is this panel? This is the front pocket.
Yep, the top edge of the front pocket.
Okay, let's skive this down. I may have to put this over here.
Perfect.
And I think I'm going to try and do it with this little safety beveler.
I noticed you brought 2 of your left-handed safety
I
bevelers
did.
in here.
I did in case I dull one of them.
All right, guys, I want everybody to take a look at this. Denny is a left-handed person, aka a southpaw, as a lot of you like to call. This tool does not come left-handed. So what Denny does is he takes it and he chops the top off, and then he glues it the other way.
Yeah, glue it to the other
From what I
end.
understand, though, left-handed people are pretty much the best people in the world. Don't you think, Denny?
I agree with that 100%, yes.
They're pretty good. My dad is left-handed and one of my sisters is. All right, so anyways, if you need a left-handed, what is this, a safety beveler?
Yes, I believe that's called
Okay.
a safety
If you
bevel.
need a left-handed safety beveler,
Make
you
your own.
you cut it and you JB weld it back together.
Yeah, that's what I used. If you're handy, you might be able to solder it, or I don't know if you'd solder it, or
Oh.
braze it maybe.
Yeah, if you're super, but I feel like the JB weld holds pretty good, doesn't it?
It does if you get a good job on it.
Yeah, get a good job on it. It'll hold for
Clean
you.
it and don't mess with it till it's actually cured. I have a lot of trouble with that. I'm impatient sometimes.
Michael, that's weird. We haven't redone those patterns, so unless we had a printer malfunction where it printed in a different scale than the original one,
Did I bring a pen?
but they should be
or
the same
a
size.
pencil?
Anyways, that's how you get a left-handed. A pen or a pencil?
Did I bring one? I thought I did,
You brought a scratchy
but
thing.
I did not.
No, we have one. Pen or pencil.
I think I'm gonna use a pen so it shows up nicely. And I've got, let me see, from the edge,
It's a
15/16.
it's a safety beveler is the name of that little skiver dude.
Yeah, Michael, I think you were forced into being left-handed.
Yeah, he's left-handed now. I assume that means he was right-handed at some point.
Yeah. Only-handed.
All right, so we are skiving this front pocket. That's what we're doing right now, skiving that down.
Now we're gonna put
In
some
case anybody
cement
cares
on
about
it.
fluorescent lights with your leather, and it just sits there.
Yeah, this has been out on retail. So with the yeah. This is why they say keep your leather out of direct light and sun as it stores, because it will
It'll discolor it. It'll wash it out.
yeah.
The safety beveler, is that what?
Yeah,
Brown
safety
birds
beveler. I think so. Yeah, I mean, if you have nice leather things or you're selling nice leather things, I would always recommend like buying duster rags. And so this one has, is this, so let's see here. I think we need to skive another edge, but we should skive
You know what?
this
Oh,
one. Because
You know
this
what?
one,
This,
no, you're good. It's
I'm
this.
confused here.
This is this. These guys are this one and this one.
Okay,
Yeah. And so this one has, you cut out the little thingy in it. So this
Yeah,
needs to
it'll
be
go
this
on
one.
the inside,
Yeah, so this
yeah.
one needs to be skived.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
And this
I
one does
will do
not.
that now.
Well, I guess you could skive it a little bit if you
Yeah, I
wanted
need to
to.
skive that edge
Okay.
just a bit.
But that one goes on the inside. See how Denny did that? He was very mindful about where he cut his parts. And he knew that this panel right here, the bottom of it, would never be seen. And so on his piece of leather, he used this part where there was a number that's like kind of sliced into the leather here from the tannery. And so he used that on the inside because he's very mindful.
Yeah, I'm mindful.
Yes, you are.
Sometimes I'm absent mindful.
Denny doesn't know the joke, and that's okay.
I don't know the joke. What joke don't I know?
It's nobody wants to hear about it.
It's a
They're-
TikTok.
They're gonna unsubscribe if we keep going. But I feel like mindful is appropriate, so we'll leave it at that.
Brown Bird, I think your order, I took it and put it right in the hands of somebody.
Yeah, it's probably in a box sitting at the back door right now. We can add it next week and you can shop again then.
Hello, yogurt nutter.
Look, the yogurt nutter's from England. Say hello to Anthony.
Hey,
Do you go by Tony or do you go by Anthony?
I use both.
Not you.
Oh.
I'm messy. I need to come visit. He goes by Anthony. Anthony in my room goes by Anthony when he's being extra salty.
When I get in trouble. What you saying?
Thank you, William! William is my friend. William's my friend. Oh, that makes me happy. All right. How's your skiving coming?
Good. I'm gonna cement this so it can be setting up. And this leather has quite a bit of wax and oil in it, so the glue, be careful when you glue it. Get a good glue job or it won't hold very well.
Make sure you let it get nice and tacky, which is what we're doing here. This one's getting nice and tacky.
And this only has to hold till I get it stitched, but still, it's aggravating when it pops loose on you.
Anthony,
Okay.
I think that was Christy coming to the door with your shipping quote for yesterday's order. She'll come back later. All right.
Now I'm gonna stick this down.
It's
I made myself a line that I'm sticking this to.
Good morning, Tessa. All right.
You drew your line on there?
Yes, I drew a line and I used a ballpoint pen so I could see it easily, because this will never be seen once everything's put together. Now I'm going to use a hammer and tack this down.
It's so fun to see how you're tapping that.
Okay.
Denny just used barge. Or
Yes.
masters.
Masters,
Or
quick
bang
shine.
grip.
Yeah. Or you can use weldwood.
The top fit is another great option.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually a pretty popular option for us right now. Customers have been digging it.
Michael, I did. That came out really good. I sent it to him so he could check it out how you've been using his tool. All right. So that needs to be sewn. This will also need to be sewn. So let's get that. And then why don't you go ahead and skive that down. And then I will glue your tooled flap gets glued on to the back of that. Hi, Loons. What can I do for you?
Actually, I think we need to glue the flap to this part. Yeah, it glues like this.
Okay.
Like this.
I will tell you,
So I
per
think
the instructions, it glues to this part first.
Okay.
But
All right.
it's okay.
Okay.
We can do this. And then it does, Denny made a note here, it does tell you to like punch a hole and install your hardware, but Denny likes to wait until afterwards to make sure that the fit is perfect. So you'll install it probably on the front of the bag before you assemble, because that would be hard to do afterwards.
Right.
And then you'll make the flat fit.
Yes, the part with the slot in it will fit last.
All right.
Okay.
Nope, we don't roll that. That doesn't roll.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Correct.
one that...
Here, roll this.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And then you can sew those. I got you.
I had
haven't
this
had-
all planned out before we came in here, you guys.
Well, now you actually have to do it, which is different.
Yeah, I forgot everything I knew. do this when I'm by myself.
I don't know. You probably have to do it a few times.
That could be the reason.
Yeah, how many times did we put that saddle together?
Okay.
I don't know if anybody would agree with me, but sometimes I would like a little birdie sitting on my shoulder to make sure that I'm doing the right steps. Otherwise, I just stare at it for forever before I do the step to make sure that I'm doing the right step in the right order. All right, you sew those.
I can stitch these?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I've already set up the machine. So by rights, it ought to work. By rights.
No, no.
Michael's been making this mask.
Mm-hmm.
It was pickup from How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
That mask. It's pretty sweet.
All right, and while he's sewing that, I'm roughing up the tab on this tooled section so that I can glue it to the back panel, which Denny just skived for us. Beautiful?
Came
Beautiful.
out.
Love it.
It came out.
Get me some snips and some of these. We're using a class 26. I assume we're also using 138 top and bottom?
138, this is a natural color. As opposed to an unnatural color.
So 138 top and bottom in natural. And natural always just looks really good
I think.
with natural leather.
You know, you never used to be able to get natural. You had the choice of white, black, or brown.
Special delivery.
Because there's
Julie's Chewies, anybody?
You heard me talking about
you gotta, yeah.
If you don't know Julie's Chewies, this is the best cookies in town.
This looks like a snickerdoodle.
Life's too short to eat small cookies, as she says.
I'm gonna pass, but thank you. Hey,
He's working on his
look at
non-diabetes.
this. I'm trying to give it to someone else.
Hey, I appreciate it. Lefty will get in there and take one for the team.
Oh, yeah,
Isaac's inner child wants one.
Oh, Isaac is gonna find the new cookie. He's found the cupcakes, and now he's gonna know about the cookies that he can just walk down the street and get.
Chewies,
I doubt it. We would be the only people to feed it to him.
That's true.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the offer.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
If you pop it in the microwave for 10 seconds, it will.
Did you see this look on his face? He's like, okay, that's legit.
Yep.
It's this tiny little bakery just up the street from us in the next shopping center. Past, was it Bennett, I think, right there?
I
Yeah.
had the oatmeal chocolate chip one with the giant chunk chocolate. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good.
Friggin' best cookies in Springfield. I used to walk down there a lot.
Local joint. Like Insomnia, you can get in multiple places.
Yeah. Ralph says you can put my cookie in the mail. All right, so I got glue on the inside of my back panel, and then I got glue on the front of the veg. You can kind of see the shimmer right here on this edge, all the way across that I roughed up. And so then I will give this to Denny, and he can sew this thing down. We're just going right along the back of the tooling there. Just gonna butt right up. Tooling's just gonna fade into leather.
All right. That color does
Ugh,
accent itself, doesn't it?
so good. This is gonna be the classiest bag ever. Look at her.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
Cut a handle.
Oh, that's all right.
Strap.
We'll install
That's
a
all
strap
right.
later.
Yeah, we'll just use a vegetable tan leather for strap.
You could finger carve it.
I could. Yes, I could.
Does it want me to stitch all the way through? Why would we stitch all the way through? On the pattern, it has you sew all the way through, but we're just going to sew this and then we'll glue it all together because I think that will look better than you don't have a stitch here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It all gets sewn down anyways. All right. And once again, it does tell you to go ahead and install your hardware, but we will do that afterwards.
You can do it either way.
Yeah,
You can get a nicer fit if you wait till the very end.
yeah. All right. And then watch out that you don't glue that whole thing to the whole back, otherwise you won't have a pocket anymore.
Yeah. Your zipper will be like the zipper to nowhere.
The zipper to nowhere. That's not good. But you do want this cement job up here to be really good so that it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you don't want it to separate because over a period of time, if it's not cemented very good, it'll kind of bubble up, and
Yeah.
especially where you bend it.
All right, and then we're going to cement right above this zipper line. And then Denny drew in his pocket here,
Yeah.
which you can't see, but there's some pen marks. Am I doing it okay?
You're doing wonderfully.
Okay. Do you want to cement this first, and then we'll do the bottom, or do you want to have it all done at once? Let me go ahead and do the edge.
No, let's do what you've done there.
Okay. Do that.
For one thing, I forgot to mark where to cement down below there.
Oh. Yeah.
That's all right. After we get that, I can stitch that, can't I? And then stitch the bottom in one. Stitch the top and then stitch the bottom after we cement it.
Well, you'll need to put the gusset in before we cement the bottom, or before we stitch the bottom.
Good point. Very good point. Oh, excellent point. See how much I need you?
Well, Denny, what are you going to do this weekend?
I don't know. Eat ice cream on Saturday.
That's all I can think about. My aunt was just here staying with my mom for several weeks after she had surgery, and she's like, I've never eaten so much ice cream. Your mother just She's like, twice a day we're eating ice cream. We have it after lunch, and then after dinner she's like, are you ready for some ice cream?
Certainly.
My aunt likes to drink wine, and so she has her wine calories, but she got in some ice cream calories while she was staying with my mom. Should we get that glue all the way to the edge? I think your glue's getting a little thick there, Denny.
Is it? I added some. I should have thinned it a little bit, I guess. There wasn't very much in it, so I didn't think I needed to thin it.
All right, I'm gonna cement down here just a little bit so we can top of this bag and top of that.
I think I'm done skiving. I could be wrong. I was wrong one other time. Oh. Yeah, this is the part. Yeah. That we can cement the whole thing. This is the part. This has to go here after this.
No, because this is this. This is your inside. I think you just marked the wrong piece, Denny.
I did.
I think you should have marked, or maybe
Yes.
I grabbed the wrong one.
Yes, you're right. I should have marked that one.
Oh, maybe I did grab the wrong one. Because this one has a little thingy.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, what does that go to? What does this go to?
Now wait a second here.
Because we did this. We got these two.
We don't have an inside pocket here, do we?
No.
We've got two outside pockets. Yeah. Yeah, this is the outside pocket on the back.
You want to rip it out and we'll do it again?
No.
It'll just sit up a little higher.
See, on this one, we don't have an outside pocket on the back.
I guess we could put one.
We've got it cut.
You could just roll that top edge.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
And then we'll have an outside pocket too.
Yeah.
Inside pocket and an outside pocket.
And a zipper pocket.
This thing's gonna be so many pockets. All right, so we are adding an outside pocket.
Let's not.
Okay.
That'll make it too difficult to finish today. But it won't make it difficult, it'll just make it more involved.
Yeah, so I think,
So if you're making the Alice purse with the instructions, don't follow this video.
no, it's fine.
No,
It's fine.
yeah, you're right. This
No, I know that this goes here. I pulled the wrong, this one was supposed to go here.
But that's all right, because they're the same.
No, this one has a little top flappy. So it might be a little bit different, but I think it'll be all right. Let's see if this will actually meet up. Hold, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to rip that out. We're gonna have to do that again.
After I had such a perfect stitch.
He had such a good stitch line. Hold on.
So perfect. So is this scrap then? I hope?
Yes.
Good.
He had an extra, see, you confused me with your extra pockets. We had an extra pocket. Had an extra flap. All right. Oh, aren't you smart? Did you guys see that?
No.
Okay, go back to, okay. So he just skived off the top of the stitches
Yeah, with a French edger.
with a French edger. That's way smarter. Guys, you just learned something. I want you to know that. We just learned a thing.
Do it long again so we can watch you.
So he had that stitch line, and you know how long it takes to get out those stitch lines? Picking it one at a time.
A long time.
It takes a minute. You just skive it off.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You know, I learned this. You know the reason I know how to do that?
Yeah.
Because I do this very often.
All right, now we'll just glue to here. There we go.
Hey, Meyer.
That was brilliant, Denny. That was worth that whole mess up.
You did it all on purpose.
Well, when I used to do when I had my shop and did a lot of saddle repair, when I did.
You had to take things apart a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I relined the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way to cut those stitches on.
All right, that needs a
all
second.
the way around the skirt.
People are just gambling over here on Twitch. Should I put a little bit more cement on this? Probably.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can have that back. All right. Don't
I knew I brought that French edger for a reason.
don't mix up your parts. All right, Denny. How are you gonna figure out how to get back in that same hole?
I don't have
Otherwise-
to, because that's hidden.
I guess it is hidden.
Yeah.
You could
all I
try to
gotta
line
do-
it up.
I just gotta get in the same holes here.
Okay.
And I really think, even though the instructions say otherwise, I really think this should go on that, and then this over
And then
the
you'll
top.
just, because then it'll
Because
definitely
it'll
be
easier
sandwiched.
to locate.
Okay. All right, well, everything should be good to go, I guess. All right, so we're putting this flap on here. It seems really counterintuitive, but it is correct. There, see, that lines up so much better.
Yeah.
All right. Here, I'm gonna do it over here. All right. And then you can put that here and then just do your stitch line.
Yeah.
And you could even skive this little flap too if you wanted to make it. I mean, you can't now. We can't now, but you could at home.
Well, we need to cement this, all this too.
You don't want to just do the top edge right now?
Well, I could, but see, this has to stitch here. Okay. I get it.
Sure does. That's exactly where it stitches.
I'm a little bit slow, but I'm still in the race. Okay. Now I will stitch this, but I'm going to make myself a little stitch line. Better use wing dividers because that might be a little bit like that.
We don't want it to be a little bit like that.
No.
All right. Take two.
Yes.
Two XL? We got you.
Those are considered fine.
He wins again. Hello, Dabo. All
Let's
right.
cut those stitches and I'll trim that now too.
Yep.
That's another thing that I'm doing a little bit different than the pattern. This part of the pattern,
Is exact.
yes.
Yeah.
And I left it run a little bit wild so that I could trim it later.
He left her wild.
Okay.
Yep, you can have one perfect size piece and then one oversized piece. And then you match up the oversized one to the perfect one and then you trim to fit. Usually makes for pretty decent edges, yeah. And then you can sew that. Or do you sew it all at once? I think you sew it into the back
Yeah, I could.
with the gusset. Oh, look, let's follow the instructions. All right, so next we need to locate the back half of our clasp, which is this section. Nope, that's the front. This section. So we will locate this wherever we want it on the bag.
Let's see here.
And then I should probably start.
Gonna come over approximately like this. So let's just say about right there. And this is just a matter of where you would like it to be.
Exactly. Kind of where you want it to fall on your flap face. So if you have a specific point that you're trying to make it fall here, that's where you're going to want to locate it on the bottom.
And I'm going to put it right in the center. So I have 11 1/4 here. So 5 5/8 by right should be the center, correct?
Yep. Absolutely.
And I forgot to bring an awl. Got these holes with.
I have one of those. Oh, you do have one.
Oh, I got that kind of an awl.
Oh.
That'll work.
That's the same kind I just gave you.
Well, it'll work.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah, or something you can use like a little slot punch.
A chisel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew I would forget something here. Here.
Like a single prong lacing chisel if you have
Yeah,
one. That's
yeah.
pretty good. All right. That stitch looks good, Denny. Looks good. All right, and that all sews up. Whew. It's going to be a tight stitch around that edge where your tooling is.
Oh, that'll be all right.
Denny's confident. He's got it. And then you can also punch a little circle out and put behind so that you cover up these prongs. Did you?
No, I didn't do that.
But look, we have an extra flap.
Oh, yeah. I did that on purpose, you guys.
Man, you just skived this one really thin and then glued it down.
Yeah.
And he didn't stitch that at all. So you can do it either way, just to hide those brads and that back so it doesn't scratch up the other side, because it'll scratch up the inside of your leather, and also just catch on everything that you put in there. So you want to cover up the fixtures for the closure. All right, and then I'm going to do a little bit of roughing on this so that those two panels will stick together. We're going to mark the top edges so I don't over rough.
Oh, nothing worse than an over roughness.
That's right. You don't want the roughness to come out on top. We're going to mark where our rougher ends. But this leather is pretty darn slick, so the glue would probably not hold to it well. All right. Looks like you got some skiving to do.
Use my little safety skiver again.
This does rough really well. I see you brought basting tape.
Yes.
However, since we are sewing this and not lacing it, I'm going to say that we glue it
That'd be
so that
fine.
the edges finish better when we sand them, because basting tape doesn't actually hold like the leather together on the sides for a good finish.
You're right. fact, when we sew our gusset on, I want to double cement it.
Double cement. All right. Man, I'm never gonna forget that you just French edged off all those stitches. That was amazing. Seriously, guys, like that needs to be some sort of a short. I know that we didn't get it on film. We could do it
It's really
again.
hard to get it in a short.
We
You get
can
it on film.
we can do it later where it's like, did you mess it up?
Yep.
Just French it off.
Huh.
All right. All right. Oh, we need to glue that down. Are we just gluing or are you going to sew it?
Just glue it.
Okay. Here, you want to mark your circle?
Yeah, let me put it about where it needs to go.
All right.
You're the glue wrangler.
I do an okay job with
I was
the
talking
adhesives.
I was talking to some guy that did like cavalry reenactments,
Okay.
and they were doing a movie one time, and they had real professional movie makers and everything. And there was this one guy that he was called the Dirt Wrangler. He would come around and throw dirt and stuff on.
Make you look dirty.
Looked like you'd been somewhere.
Yeah.
My chickens can show you how to do that.
You know, it was really interesting. There was some video commentary that I saw the other day about like shows right now and how they're they don't feel right. Like sometimes you'll watch a show and like something about it doesn't feel right. And it's like the people are too clean. Their clothing is too clean. They're like they have too much makeup on for the situation that is transpiring.
Yeah, they just crawled through the jungle.
Exactly, yeah, they just crawl through the jungle. Or just like people, that live outdoors, that ride horses, all of these things, and they just have like pristine clothes on. Like they just came out of the bag. And it's like nobody looks like that. Like it doesn't, so it takes you out of the world a little bit, and you don't get the same like immersion.
Yeah.
And they were kind of comparing it to like the original like Lord of the Rings, where like you look at some of those characters as they go through, like, they start out of, let's say they're like leaving the elf place or whatever, and they do have like fresh clothes, but then as they move through the jungle and the woods, like everybody gets real dirty, their stuff gets wrinkly, like it,
And they start to smell bad.
yeah, I mean,
You can even smell that on
you
television.
can smell it. You can smell that BO.
Oh.
All right. So this is drying. This needs to go there, and then you can put that on there. And then I am going to, let's see here, this just goes face to face, so I don't actually have to rough anything, but I will start putting glue on this so that we can do a double cement.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I should just glue this together, frankly. That's what I should do. All right, when you glue your two things together, make sure you mark where the pocket is. Don't glue your pocket together. Just glue the perimeter. Very important. We should have brought two glues. There's a lot of gluing to be done right now. Ryan, Andy, are you out there? He's getting the blow dryer out, guys.
Yeah, but
Or not.
I don't think you can. Oh, I can go right here. Better anyway. know, if you don't over cement something, put too thick a coat on, it doesn't take much to tack it up.
Mm-hmm. Probably actually should have done the gusset. And then this. Order of operations, guys. Order of operations. Alright. He's thinking about life. And we will glue up this. You trimming to fit?
A little bit here.
Alright, shall we mark where our gusset is? Maybe just like find the center. Alright, there's the center.
Here's a piece. That'll be easier. Don't you think?
Probably. Alright.
Let's do the
And
other
then-
side too while we're at it.
Okay.
Takes two people to find the center. And I need to find the center on that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the way to do that.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. That we just mark a little bit because we don't want it to show.
Yep.
So this will sew here. And this is just to make sure. So I need to apply glue kind of up to this point. You know how most of sewing is pinning your stuff together? Most of leather work is gluing.
Yep. It's a very important part.
Man, I hadn't sewn anything in a really, really long time, like fabric-wise. And I like made curtains a few years ago. And I was like, this pinning is for the birds. And I like birds. That took forever and ever because you have to roll and roll and roll. And pin and pin and pin. And then they stab you. And you gotta take them all out. And hopefully you remember to pin the correct way that you like run the sewing machine. Because otherwise it's awkward to take them out as you're sewing. Ah, it was just a hoopla. Denny is roughing the inside so that it sticks to the gusset because it's finished. And we'll put some glue on this.
Yeah, because that's the side we need to cement first.
And then Denny will use his handy dandy shoe iron probably because well, no, it would be really awkward to assemble. So I guess you would probably put the strap on last anyways. And this rivets on.
Yeah.
So you just need a way to get into the bag to set the
Yeah.
rivets, which those shoe irons, real handy for that.
Yeah.
But you could do, I mean, you could lace it
Anything.
up. You
Yeah.
could, attach it however you want. You could put billets on it if you wanted to, and then you would just attach the strap to like a D-ring.
Yep.
So you could rivet the strap on to a little tab that you created with a D-ring on the top of it. So you do the strap however you want to do the strap.
There's all sorts of variations.
All right, so there's that and that.
We mark this.
I marked it on the front, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna scribe myself a stitch line.
I think that's a fantastic idea. All right. I think in the instructions we just rivet the strap right to the bag. But I mean,
Of the gusset.
yeah, do it however you want to do it. Denny didn't prep a strap, so we're not doing any of the strap.
Alright. Let's see.
A sewing stitch ripper is easy to take out stitches too. Not as easy as that French skiver. Because then you still have to kind of pick them off one at a time. With that French skiver, you just literally take off the whole top of and then you don't have to pull, like it's just gone. It was magic, Denny. I'm just in awe. Got some smooth cantle pliers.
Yeah.
Or duck.
These are
Duckbill?
actually just duckbill pliers like from the bead department.
If you want a thinner edge, you can bell knife or scribe down to your edges. Because this is 5 to 6, so it is on the heavy side. You could kind of feather out those edges just a little bit. It would make this a little easier to work, but
Well, after we're all done here, we can't show it on camera because we don't have machinery in here, but I'm going to take it to the sander and sand it off and then take a nice smooth edge off of it,
yeah.
and it won't look so thick. That's the thing with a edge beveler. Use an edge beveler that's big enough for what you're trying to accomplish.
For all the thicknesses.
Yeah, the thicker the leather, the bigger the edge beveler should be.
Very nice.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna stitch this.
There you go.
Where do you think I ought to start? I'm thinking right there, and I will end about right there. That sound okay to you?
I love it.
All right.
A tombstone backpack? I don't know, Michael.
Liz isn't very goth.
I'm not too goth. My niece is though. She would probably love that. I'm not that cool, Michael. I don't know if I could pull that off. I'll make you one so you can be. There's a special tool for that made for saddle makers to remove stitching. Do you know of a tool to remove saddles? To remove stitching for saddles?
I call it a French edger.
Denny calls it a French edger.
That's the one I always use.
You know, if you are making this bag and you do want to put a back pocket on it, you could 100% tool the back pocket.
Sure.
If you wanted to, you could do, instead of doing the oil tan front pocket like we have here, you could do a tooled front pocket. You know, you can do as much tooling on this bag as
Sure.
you'd like to do.
Sure. You know, when we're doing what's the other one? This is the...
Oh, the Annie?
The Annie. It had no tooling on it whatsoever in the...
It's going to be
in the
all
pattern
tooled.
book. Yeah, and it's going to be completely tooled.
We could even finger carve the gusset.
We can.
And by we, I mean you. I just need to point that out every time. All right, what do you think? You want me to put a little bit more glue on it? Or you think she's all right? Does that one go okay for you?
Yeah, it did. So, let me mark the center here where I can see it a little better.
And then I think we have...
Yeah, you got a center
Okay.
mark there. I think I will mark the stitch line on this before I...
Probably a solid plan.
Sticks good. One of the tricky parts is the finish side changes from front to back.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing when you're working on this install right here because it feels backwards because you're putting, it just feels backwards, but it's not. It's not.
It's very, very frontward.
Yeah, so we got our zip pocket. We did not glue that. Happy days for us. It's very exciting.
We could have.
We could have, but we didn't. That's what the back looks like. Everything comes together real good. All right, we're ready to put her together?
I think.
Okay, that's not the right way.
You're right.
Okay.
100%.
That's 100% right. That is wrong. We should make a poll. Maybe send out a request what people want to see us do next.
Yeah, we're working on these bags. And then we'll be taking a break in the end of October into November. Denny and I will both be gone, so we'll have a little bit of a break there. But definitely, when we come back in,
You know what I think we should do?
end of
For that
November.
time for that break?
Hmm.
We should just start video gaming. I could just bring like a store can buy an Xbox and we can play just like college football or something.
That sounds terrible.
I would love it.
I don't want to watch that.
Oh, the ping pong VR?
Actually, no, I didn't like that. That freaked me out.
Just freaked out.
You're going to go all the way around.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You are right.
Once again, you're right.
This is why I like working with Denny.
But I've got to be careful. No, I can't just go all the way around because then I'll be stitching it shut right here.
All right, so you're going to want to...
I've got to stop here somewhere. And I think
How did we
I'll
do it back
stop.
here?
Well, I stitched this first.
Oh,
See,
we
and that's
laced it.
another thing. I want to stitch this on the front side.
Hey,
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
So maybe you won't... Okay.
You know what?
You know, why don't you stitch that flap first now?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I'm going to put more glue on.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to stitch that flap so that she is stitched correctly.
Yes.
And we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it would come all the way around.
I'll start about right there.
Edit. Yes, Denny did mark his stitch line.
In fact, that's what he's doing right now.
He's marking another one.
Another stitch line is to be had.
And then he can make sure that that front flap lays perfect. Nobody breathe. Any plans to make the dust angel mask on live? No. I don't have any plans to do that.
Do you have it?
No.
What's it jumping?
I don't know. You know what I think would be fun? And once again, I'm not a huge fan of making clothing. However, I do think making a duster someday out of a Moore & Giles hide of some sort would be pretty legit. try to fall off on you. We're not talking. That's beautiful.
There you go, Lo.
We made it.
I'm always so thrilled when I don't screw the stitch in it. It's a thrilling experience.
All right. All right. We got flap zone. That's good. Came around the shoulders. Trim her up.
Yeah, let's trim the stitches off.
We can burn everything once we get it all back together.
Yeah.
All right. All right. How do you feel about the? Do we need to put some more glue?
Yeah, better have a little more there.
Gotta have a little bit more glue, guys.
Because this is the front part, the last part of the gusset. First half is fairly simple. Fairly, I mean it holds together a lot better.
It's just
The
easier.
last half, you got more to fight because you got to fight the front side and the back side when you're doing it.
This glue job is the worst I've done yet.
That's all right. I'm going to sand it anyway.
Perfect. It's very. Your glue is so thick. All right. Probably air dry that a little bit. Are you going to sew it from the gusset side or from the back?
From the gusset side, because it'll be the part that shows in front.
Okay. Just making sure you had your line on the right side. Yeah, there's some glue on there.
I think we're okay. All right. Do this again.
And we're back to this part. We are matching up the back part of the bag with the back part of the gusset. It's a bit of a fight. She's gonna be pretty though.
Yeah. I think the colors. I love this leather.
I told Denny now we have to make two because he has two tooled flaps. I guess we could auction the other one off and somebody could make it.
There you go.
Auction. Anybody want to buy a tooled Denny flap? Should we have an auction? Start at $50.
A Denny flap.
It's a Denny flap. Yogurt Nutter says maybe. I mean, we still have a package here. We could just put it in it.
Okay, here we go.
It's the final countdown, guys. Your fish is sleeping real hard there, Isaac. Did you feed him today? I mean,
Jeff did.
did he? Okay. Oh, there he goes. He's just taking a nap.
Yeah.
He's a sleepy little fella.
He was sleeping yesterday too. Then all of a sudden he woke up.
I wonder if he likes the feel of like the little bubbler, because he was like sleeping up against the little bubbler cord.
Well, I did turn the air up yesterday because I didn't feel like it was putting enough air into the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to let his gills do some more work, and maybe he didn't sleep so much.
He could use a little more water.
Right here.
All downstairs one day. Nobody was here, it was just me in the room by myself.
Do we need to look at the back?
I had to go buy another fish. But then he starts moving. I was like, oh, never mind.
You're not in your foot. Wrapped around your foot.
That's all wrong, huh? Well, doesn't look too good here at the front.
Got a nest egg.
Got a big wad. Yeah, I'll fix that after a bit. I need a pair of clippers.
The yogurt nutter bids $50. Michael also seems to want to bid $50. Can I get 60? Where's your top thread?
Right here.
All right, back on track. He says 55. You know, Denny, Tony and I had people make videos with their live shopping orders that they did for the National Leathercraft Day.
Uh-huh.
And we had them make videos like they were pretending to be me and Tony and selling the leather, telling us about it. And we've gotten several pretty fantastic submissions. And so I think somebody should get this flap and then make a bag on video themselves making the bag. See how it goes.
I'll look at sewing machine, I can't see nothing.
That's all right.
I see your backseat sewing over there.
I am. I'm over the shoulder sewing. Michael says I can pay $73.71.
All right.
Michael looked at his bank account. All right, and then the last thing that we have to do is punch our slot
Yeah.
for this. Did you bring a slot punch?
Nope. But I brought a hole punch
Perfect.
and an X-Acto knife.
He did do that. He has those tools. There's the hole punch.
Right there.
Oh, right. I forget that you use those.
I hope it'll reach far enough.
Oh,
If it won't, I didn't think about that.
if it won't, we'll have to go get a drive punch.
Yeah. Okay. Now, shake that a little bit. It lays nicely. Oh yeah, I got plenty of room.
All right.
Think that's
Here, why
about
don't you?
right?
Yeah. Why don't you put that flap up and then just mark it on the back.
Good idea.
That leather will scratch up pretty okay.
Oh, and I didn't bring a screwdriver either. Little tiny.
It's different doing a video not at your desk.
Yes.
I mean, he did bring a ton of tools.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
Okay, yeah, you go.
That's too big.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Maybe next
Does
time
the
you
sewing
bring
machine
so
have
many
one?
tools, then you can bring the right ones.
Say what?
So next time you bring so many tools, if you could bring the right ones.
Yeah.
Got a flathead. There's a Phillips, but we'll see. No, my flathead's too big. Just kidding. Heh.
The longest screw.
This is what I needed the other day when I was working on that air conditioner.
Oh yeah.
This is what I needed. My aunt, her only screwdriver that she had was all of 3 inches long, and I'm attempting to unscrew side panels from an air conditioning unit, and I could get 3 of like the 7 screws that I needed out. So we gave up and fixed it a different way. Did you get one?
Yes.
Perfect. This is too big. It didn't work. And I found a flathead. That also didn't work. So, I thought maybe I could surprise you when you got back. But
I've got one of these
that didn't work.
with 47 different sizes. As long as I got the right one, I'll be okay.
You're fine. I love live TV.
Oh, it's even got a light on it.
That is the
Yeah.
fanciest screwdriver.
Oh, it is. We were, I remember where I got this. We were at the Botanical Gardens one time.
Here in
And they've
Springfield?
got a little, yeah, and
Okay.
they've got a little gift shop in there. And I was just killing time and I saw this and I thought, I have to have this. So I have it.
It's got the film on it. Yeah.
Gotta make out.
Got Christina coming in with it. That's a cute screwdriver. Just go to the Botanical Gardens in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah,
You can have your
you
very
can have
own.
one. And I've got to get.
It's too short?
Yes.
All right.
I will be back,
All right.
you guys.
Yeah, see, this is why I always buy drive punches.
Whatever.
All right, Yogurt Nutter. I think Michael Seeger over here on YouTube outbid you on the Denny flap. So
He's at $73.
he is at $73,
Plus shipping.
including
I have
shipping.
to have one. Springfield leather branded. I mean, we could probably get some. That is a thing. It's pretty cutesy.
It's really mindful.
Yeah, with that little light on there, it is pretty mindful.
And it houses all its own parts. That's also pretty darn awesome.
You tried to fit it in there,
I did.
but it didn't work.
It's very demure. Oh, I love it. I don't have a brand. It's unbranded.
I mean, it's unmarked. It's an unmarked screwdriver. Yeah, Denny is definitely going to get his steps in today.
Denny always gets his steps in. They go for walks.
Okay. She knew what was coming.
You can't just do it for those 2 holes.
That's good enough.
All right.
Maybe it's not.
I was gonna say, let's just everything's sliding around now. You're fine. He has 1 more to punch, and then we'll be done.
Where you heading, Luna?
Maybe that knife's over there. Okay. You know what, Anthony? We will send you a Denny trading card. I think you've earned that at this point. You're real new, but we accept you into the SLC family. And we will send you a trading card. And someday if you want to send us one, you can. But we will put one in the package, and then you'll have a little Denny something something.
Something, something.
A little something something. Happy days?
Happy days. Yes.
Happy days. Boop. All right. We have a bag. It happened.
All right.
Oh my goodness, she's pretty.
Turned out pretty well.
Gonna have to saddle soap it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
well,
the saddle soap in here, but
I've-
it's already
I've still
30,
gotta-
24 minutes after, so we'll saddle soap it not on air.
I've still got to sand the edges and make a strap for it.
That's
We'll
right.
show you Wednesday the finished product.
All right. I'm sure Isaac will take some pictures and put it on social because he does what I tell him to do.
Every time.
Yep. All righty. Well, there is the Alice almost done. She's almost done. All right, guys. The strap is just gonna connect here. So you rivet it down to
yeah,
the
just rivet to the
gusset.
Yeah.
You could, once again, you could do strap billets. Maybe Denny will do that. That would probably be easier than just riveting the whole strap on, and then the strap would be removable. Or you could do a short strap and a long strap, depending on how you want it. But it's just gonna rivet down to the sides.
Put D-rings on there.
Yeah. So however you want to attach the strap, good to go.
Just strap on it.
Strap on it. All right, guys. We will see you next week, and we will do the Annie.
Annie's coming up. Yes.
Or is it the...
Yes, Annie's coming up.
This one?
Yes.
All right. We'll be back next week with the Annie.
Sunflower Annie.
That's right. Have a good weekend, guys.
See ya.